Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm truly glad you're here. Whether you're tuning in during your commute, relaxing at home, or just looking for a story that speaks to something deeper inside you, thank you. Today, I want to share something that's not easy to talk about. It's personal. Painful, yes, but also real. Because sometimes, the most powerful stories aren't the ones we watch in movies or read in novels. They're the quiet ones. The ones that unfold behind closed doors, moment by moment, until one day you realize, your life is no longer what you thought it was. My name is James. And if there's a single sentence that can collapse your entire world in one breath, it's this: I'm not happy. If you've ever heard someone you love say those words, you already know the feeling. It's like hearing a glass shatter in the next room. You freeze. You don't know what exactly broke, but you know, instinctively, that whatever it is, it won't be put back together again. When my wife said that to me, she didn't mean we needed to talk or take a vacation or fix a few things. She meant she was already gone. Not physically, not yet, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And that kind of absence, it's the loneliest kind. It didn't happen overnight, though it felt that way. It came slowly, quietly, over years of tiny shifts and silences. A slow unraveling of something I once believed was unshakable. Something sacred. Something I had given my entire heart to. I met Brenda in college. She had this laugh, light, easy, unfiltered. The kind that made you feel like you were part of some inside joke, even if you didn't know the punchline. We clicked instantly. One of those rare connections where the conversation never stalls, where time seems to dissolve. We'd stay up talking until 3 or 4 in the morning. Even if we had early classes. We talked about everything. Our families, our fears, our wildest dreams. We talked about love and what we wanted from it. And back then, everything felt possible. Everything felt real. And honestly, looking back now, I still believe it was. At least for me. Before graduation, I asked her to be my girlfriend. When she said yes, it felt like I had won something that could never be taken from me. After that, life moved fast. I landed an entry-level job in corporate banking. Nothing flashy, just a foothold. But I was determined. I wanted to build us a life we could be proud of, something solid. A home. Maybe a family. Brenda stood by me through the grind. Long hours, tight paychecks, tiny apartment living. Our furniture was mismatched, donated or thrifted. The floors squeaked, the plumbing gurgled, but we laughed through it all. We were building something side by side. Eventually the promotions came. The suits got sharper. The paychecks heavier. I was becoming the man I had promised her I would be. And with that came our first home. I'll never forget the way she cried in the driveway when we moved in. Not out of sadness, but sheer joy. I remember thinking, this. This is what making it feels like. One day, I asked her if she wanted to work or focus on things she had always put off. She chose the latter. She wanted to paint, take photographs, travel, do the things she never had time for before. And I didn't hesitate. My salary could support us. And honestly, her happiness was enough for me. I never kept score. Never made her feel like she owed me anything. I loved her, fully and without condition. Even on the days when I came home drained and hollow from work, I still made time. Whether it was dinner at the table, or simply sitting beside her in silence. I tried to show up. Not perfectly, but always. Our marriage wasn't flawless. No marriage is. But we had a rule: talk it out. Don't let small problems grow roots. And for a while, that was enough. We were okay. Then came the hardest chapter: trying to start a family. Brenda got pregnant a few times. Each time, we let ourselves believe that this was it. That this time would be different. But every time, we lost the baby. Quiet, cruel, unexplained miscarriages. They broke something in us. At first she cried. I held her in the dark while she trembled. But over time the tears stopped. And eventually so did the trying. What followed wasn't anger. It was silence. A heavy, aching silence. The kind that sits between two people like a wall made of invisible bricks. We weren't mad. We were mourning. And grief doesn't always scream. Sometimes it lingers quietly in the air, wrapping around your daily life like fog. Still, I held on to hope. I imagined a future for us, Gray hair, slow mornings, coffee on the porch. I saw us traveling, laughing, finally making time for all the things we'd postponed. That dream kept me going. It kept me working, pushing, holding on through the emptiness. Then one evening, everything shifted. I came home early, unannounced. The house was quiet. Brenda was curled up on the couch, fast asleep. Next to her, lying open on the coffee table, was her journal. Let me be clear, I never once invaded her privacy. I believed in trust, in boundaries. But something about that day, I don't know if it was instinct or fear, or just something unspoken rising to the surface. I sat down and read the last few pages. And what I found broke me. She had written, asterisk, who am I without James? Asterisk. And below that, asterisk, is this really the life I want to live? Asterisk. My heart stopped. These weren't fleeting thoughts. These were truths. Confessions. The words of someone already slipping away, already halfway out the door. I didn't confront her. I couldn't. I just placed the journal back where I found it and sat in that growing silence, watching her sleep, wondering how long she had been gone, without ever leaving. After that, nothing felt the same. I couldn't unsee it. I couldn't unknow it. Every touch, every glance, every smile that didn't quite reach her eyes, I noticed it all. I questioned everything. Still I tried. I pulled back from work, made breakfast, left little gifts around the house. I tried to rekindle what we had, to make her laugh again. And for a while, I thought it might be working. Until it wasn't. She began pulling away again. This time my efforts didn't warm her. They seemed to irritate her. As if my love had become an interruption. A weight she no longer wanted to carry. Then one rainy Thursday evening, drenched and tired and just wanting to come home to something warm, I walked through the door and found her sitting with a folder in her lap. She looked at me, calm, almost gentle, and said the words, asterisk, James, I'm not happy. Asterisk. And just like that, the floor beneath my life cracked wide open. But it wasn't just the words. It was how she said them. With clarity. With finality. She explained that she needed to rediscover who she was. That she had spent her life being someone's daughter, then someone's wife, and somewhere in the middle had lost herself. She said it wasn't my fault. Then she handed me the folder. Divorce papers. Already signed. Already dated. And just like that, the story I thought we were writing together ended. Or maybe, that's where the real story begins.